Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So today I want to talk about a really heavy subject that affects so many people. I get messages throughout every week of people who watch my videos who are suicidal, and I have also experienced suicidal thinking within severe depression. Other people are suicidal because they're a survivor of sexual assault, or because they were born with gender dysphoria, or because they've received so much hate and rejection after coming out as gay or bi. So many situations that are so painful and broken and that seem hopeless. And so this is the reason to not kill yourself. And if you've never been suicidal, then there's even more urgency for you to watch this video and to understand why it is happening.
Sometimes I just wanna cave and I don't wanna fight. I try and I try and I try and I try and I try. Just hold me, I'm lonely.
The best way to prevent suicide if you have suicidal thinking is to tell someone out loud or text one of your friends. Just let anyone know that you're experiencing this. Just saying it out loud reduces your chance of going through with it. And by telling someone about it, that might just be your psychiatrist or your therapist or a suicide hotline number. I've had a couple of times where I've typed in 911. Like, I thought it was really bad and I was really scared I would hurt myself. I never want to go to a psych ward. I haven't been. I'm lucky I've never had to go before. But just always know that you can call 911 and the hospital will help you get stabilized on meds if it is really, really bad. And I know for me, just being around other people when I was in depression really helped, because I knew if I'm around my friends, I'm not going to do anything to myself. And so if you have a friend who's in depression, just being around them constantly, even though I am half introvert, that was something that was the most comforting for me when I was in severe depression. When I would be making food or studying or cleaning my room, just having someone next there with me was so comforting and made me less scared of the suicidal thoughts. The reason not to kill yourself. So when I was in college, I was in a Bible study with a Catholic professor, and it was only 3 students, so it was kind of a mentorship type thing. It was really God working and answering my prayers with the timing, because I had just gone from this manic burst, crashed into severe depression, and I was experiencing that derealization and depersonalization, and I was so terrified because logically I'd come to this conclusion that if my depression lasted for so long and didn't go away, that I would want to kill myself, that would be logical. And experiencing that for the first time in my mental illness was so terrifying. And I remember praying so hard and just asking God to be there and to help me. And then a few days later, I was at this Bible study, and the professor was telling us this story of how his father, who is non-religious, had told him that if he had a really severe disease that was so painful and that was going to kill him, or if he experienced Alzheimer's and was losing his brain capacity, he would want to do physician-assisted suicide because he wouldn't want to live through the anguish. And my professor's reaction was so intense, and it was kind of shocking to me. But my professor said that that's not what life is. It's not about only you and your perspective. Life is like we're climbing up this mountain together, and we're there to help and love and take care of and inspire and help to grow and empower everyone around us. Just this idea that life is about how you're affecting and loving everyone around you. It's about everyone in your life. It's this community. And I hadn't thought of it like that before. When I was in severe depression and having this suicidal ideation, I never once thought of anyone in my life and how it would affect them. I think that the perspective in depression, you're incapable of thinking of how it will affect other people, or you truly believe other people will be happier or be better off if you're not here anymore. So when my professor said this, it stuck with me so much, because so many of my friends and family did not believe my depression was real, because on the outside I was autopilot and I was still Liz to them, and they were experiencing me, and I was helping them and making them laugh, and we were studying together and doing ministry together, cooking together, driving around together. You know what I mean? I was a part of their life, and they experienced me even though I didn't feel like I was fully there. So I hope that that can be encouraging and empowering to you. You might have no close friends right now. You might feel not a connection with your family at all, but everything can change. In a week or in 6 months or in 2 years, everything can change. When my bipolar was at its worst, it seemed like it was ruining my life. I was failing classes, not able to keep up with friends. I couldn't even post on my YouTube anymore. It seemed like everything in my life was getting ruined. I wasn't able to do ministry or pour into people because I was so damaged within my own brain. But then 2-3 years later, I've been able to help so many people who also have bipolar or depression or another mental illness. Because I let people take care of me when my mental illness was at its worst, I bonded and got so much closer to my friends than I would have because I opened up and told them how much I was struggling. I feel like every 5 years or so, your friendships completely change. So someone you're close to, you may not be close to in 5 years, and someone who's going to be the most important person in your life, or your best friend, or the person you're in love with in 5 years or 10 years, you might not even have met these people yet. You don't even know who they are. And so there's all these people in your future who will love you so much, who you will be able to love and take care of and inspire, empower in their life. God has so many more people for you to love and know. And I think that the problem for me when I'm in that suicidal mindset is you're only thinking about the present and what you're dealing with in the present. But if you expand your mind and think about how you'll be able to make so many people feel known and loved and taken care of, people who you haven't even met yet, your future children and grandchildren, your best friends' future children, people who your best friends will fall in love with and marry, so many people you haven't even met yet who will be the most integral, impactful part of your life. And so the reason to not kill yourself and to stay around is because everything will change in the future. People who you haven't even met yet need you to feel known and loved. You are so unique and beautifully and wonderfully made, and your impact on certain people, sometimes you don't even know the impact you have on the people around you. We need you in the world because you are uniquely created to spread encouragement and love and hope and peace to different people who will become part of your life. This world, this life is a gift. It's not about hiking up a mountain alone, but it's about everyone around you and how you're helping them to flourish and know themselves better and to be more confident and secure, to feel more motivation to do every part of their life. And if you do have a mental illness, if you have major depressive disorder or bipolar disorder or schizoaffective disorder, being on medication and staying on medication and going to therapy is the most important thing for reducing suicidal thinking and increasing the chance that this illness is not going to take your life. And I know sometimes it will take months and months and months, a year, maybe several years to get on the right medicine. But if you have a mental illness, I hope this is so encouraging to you. There are about 30 different types of antidepressants, and then there's dozens of antipsychotics and mood stabilizer medicines. It might take a long time. It might take months and months or even years, which would be rare, but it could take that long. But there are so many different types of medications, and they can combine medicines together. So even if you're in severe depression and you're trying and trying and trying to get different medicines to work, and it seems like the treatment plan is not working, I promise that if you keep holding on, you keep taking your medicine every day, every night, you keep going back to your psychiatrist and trying again with different medicines, eventually you will find a medication treatment that will get you out of severe depression and prevent you from going so manic. Just objectively, because there are dozens of different medicines, eventually you'll find one that works. I love all of you so much. I am so proud of any of you who have struggled with suicidal thinking, who have fought and who have won and who have kept going even though life seems so hopeless and is so painful. You are so heroic and amazing and strong for continuing to fight through that. I know I have been able to fight through that, and what my professor said about how it's about how you're affecting and loving everyone around you, because I know that now, I'm not scared anymore that I could die from bipolar. I feel so empowered that because I understand it and I'm getting treatment and I'm on meds and have told everyone in my life how bipolar affects me and have allowed people to help me and love me and to walk up the mountain with me, have allowed myself to be vulnerable. Because of that, I'm not scared that I will kill myself anymore. I am so grateful for each of you. I read your messages in your comments, and I'm so sorry if I don't have time to read all of your messages, but please keep fighting. Please keep staying alive. You have so much love to give to the world. I love you guys so much. I am so proud of you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. You make me